As India marks 12 years of the formation of the Modi government, we take a moment to speak about his journey. From a chaiwala to the Prime Minister, our next report tells you more about the Prime Minister's struggle and sacrifices.
A child who once helped at his father's tea stall in Vadnagar is today the leader of the world's largest democracy. The story of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is one of struggle, perseverance, service and ambition rooted in humble beginnings. Born on the 17th of September in 1950 in Vadnagar, Gujarat to Damodar Das Modi and Hiraba Modi, Narendra Modi grew up in a modest home with limited means. Yet, the town's rich culture and history left a lasting impression on him. Life was far from easy. There was no electricity, limited resources and a large family to support. Modi has often spoken about the sacrifices made by his mother Hiraba, who worked tirelessly to ensure her children could dream beyond their circumstances. Those early experiences shaped his worldview. Values of hard work, dignity of labor, cleanliness and compassion became central to his public life. Many see reflections of those lessons in initiatives like the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and its repeated emphasis on sanitation and grassroots welfare. Modi's public journey began early. As a child, he participated in campaigns for Gujarat statehood. He later joined the RSS, worked as a pracharak, witnessing defining moments like the 1962 and 1965 wars, the Navnirman movement and the emergency, experiences that helped shape his political outlook. From an RSS organizer to a BJP strategist, from Gujarat Chief Minister to the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi's rise has been built on organizational ability, political discipline and a connect with ordinary Indians. Even after his personal loss, including the passing of his mother in 2022, Modi returned quickly to public duty, a reflection of what supporters describe as his commitment to service. Today, Gujarat proudly celebrates its most famous son, and as Narendra Modi completes another milestone in public life. A Pradhan Sevak, a three-time Prime Minister, and a leader who says his mission remains the same: service to the nation and the goal of a Viksit Bharat by 2047. A special report for Times Now.
Prime Minister Modi is all set to rewrite history by becoming India's longest-serving elected Prime Minister on 10th of June. He is all set to complete 4,399 days in the office on 10th, and in doing so, he would overtake Nehru as the longest-serving elected Prime Minister of the country. Our next report gets you more.
26 May 2014. It was a day that redefined India's political course and future roadmap. Narendra Modi earned the people's trust with his promise of taking India on board the Reform Express.
मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं संघ के प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक.
It was for this promise that the people put their faith in Narendra Modi as they removed the UPI after 10 years in power.
मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा.
12 years on, the people of India are very much standing behind Prime Minister Narendra Modi. No wonder then that Narendra Modi is set to overtake a record that was set by India's first Prime Minister. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru set a record of being India's longest serving elected Prime Minister, spending 4,398 days in office. But on the 10th of June, that record would be broken by Prime Minister Modi as he becomes the longest serving elected Prime Minister of the country. This milestone marks yet another landmark in Modi's political career. After all, he had already overtaken former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's longest uninterrupted tenure on the 25th of July 2025. Remember, Indira Gandhi served continuously as Prime Minister for a period of 4,077 days.
The Congress party, being made up of human beings, is naturally afflicted with many human failings.
Narendra Modi is having a record-breaking tenure as the Prime Minister. He would now be the longest-serving elected Prime Minister and also will hold the record of having the longest uninterrupted tenure as the Prime Minister. Not to forget, Prime Minister Modi is already the first non-Congress Prime Minister to complete 2 terms in office. And that's not all. He is also the first Prime Minister since Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru to win 3 Lok Sabha elections. From the era of Jawaharlal Nehru to the tenure of Prime Minister Modi, a lot has changed in the country. And hence, these records come against the backdrop of a dramatically transformed India. When Nehru led the country in its early years after independence, India's population stood at 34 crores. By the time Narendra Modi assumed office in 2014, the population had crossed 131 crore and has since risen to over 146 crore. The scale of India's democracy has also expanded significantly over the decades. While 53 political parties contested the country's first general election in 1951, the number rose to 464 in 2014 and reached 744 in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. The electorate, which stood at around 17 crore voters during the first general election, had grown to more than 83 crore voters by 2014. And this is why Narendra Modi's record is all the more remarkable. Narendra Modi had a record-breaking tenure as the Prime Minister at a time when Indian politics is far more fragmented and competitive. The political environment is witnessing the rise of strong regional parties and challenging coalition dynamics. This is what makes Narendra Modi's tenure a lot more challenging in the present day. Under Prime Minister Modi's government, development and people's empowerment have been at the forefront. And that's why the government has focused heavily on building robust, people-centric infrastructure. During Prime Minister Modi's tenure, India has witnessed significant expansion in its educational infrastructure. The number of IITs increased from 16 to 23. From 2014, the number of IIMs are up from 13 to 21 today. The number of AIIMS institutions are up from 7 to 23 between 2014 and 2026. Under Narendra Modi, the governance environment has also undergone a profound transformation. Prime Minister Modi's tenure was under the watchful eyes of the public. His government has been under round-the-clock scrutiny from television networks, digital platforms and social media users. And that's why his record in such challenging challenging circumstances also serves as a display of how he has managed to earn the trust of the people. As he crosses the 4,399-day mark on the 10th of June, Modi will formally become the longest continuously serving democratically elected Prime Minister in India's history, surpassing a record that had remained unbroken for more than 6 decades. A special report for Times Now.
12 years ago, when Prime Minister Modi took charge, he carried a quiet but powerful promise of an India where every citizen would feel secure and respected. And over the years, that promise has taken shape through several of the landmark decisions. Watch this.
मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा।
12 years ago, when Narendra Modi took charge as Prime Minister, he carried a quiet but powerful promise of an India where every citizen would feel empowered, secure and respected. Over the years, that promise has taken shape through several landmark decisions, each touching the lives of ordinary Indians in ways that were long overdue. For decades, countless Muslim women lived under the shadow of instant divorce. In 2019, under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, the Muslim Women Protection Act criminalized triple talaq. Within a year, cases fell by 82%. For the first time, these women could finally live without the constant fear of being abandoned overnight.
साथियों, मोदी ने ही अपनी मुस्लिम बहनों को 3 तलाक की टेंशन से मुक्ति दिलाई।
Prime Minister Modi has consistently placed women at the heart of his vision for a new India. The Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, which aims to give 33% reservation to women in parliament and assemblies, was passed under his leadership. At the same time, the Ujjwala Yojana placed LPG connections in the hands of over 10 crore poor women, bringing health, dignity and ease into kitchens that had long known only smoke and struggle.
Women's sages compose many verses in these Vedas. And today, in modern India, women are leading us to a better future.
For years, the shadow of terror and separatism hung heavily over Jammu and Kashmir. On 5th August 2019, Prime Minister Modi took the historic decision to abrogate Article 370. Today, local recruitment into terrorism has fallen to its lowest levels. Families that once lived in fear are now daring to dream of a peaceful and prosperous future for their children. When terror struck again, India responded with clarity and strength. In May 2025, under Prime Minister Modi's leadership, Operation Sindhu struck 9 terror camps across the border. The operation not only destroyed terror infrastructure, but also sent an unmistakable message of India's military resolve.
सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक और एयर स्ट्राइक के बाद अब
ऑपरेशन सिंदूर आतंक के खिलाफ भारत की नीति है। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर ने आतंक के खिलाफ लड़ाई में एक नई लकीर खींच दी है, एक नया पैमाना, न्यू नॉर्मल तय कर दिया है। भारत पर आतंकी हमला हुआ तो मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया जाएगा।
In the forests of Chhattisgarh and states, an entire generation had grown up knowing only the shadow of Naxal violence. Under Prime Minister Modi's government, over 110 districts have been freed from Naxal terror. Roads, schools and skills centers have replaced the gun, giving children in these regions something they had never known before, a chance at a different life. On the economic front, Prime Minister Modi delivered two fundamental reforms: the goods and services tax, bringing transparency to a complex system. The insolvency and bankruptcy code gave creditors the power to recover their dues. Together, these reforms have made India's economy more predictable, transparent and friendly to enterprise. In 2016, India launched the Unified Payments Interface, a quiet revolution that will change how the country transacts. Today, from tea seller on the roadside to a tech entrepreneur in a high-rise, every Indian is part of this digital movement. In the last financial year alone, UPI recorded over 24,000 crore transactions, turning mobile phones into an instrument of financial freedom.
भारत के जिस रिफॉर्म ने दुनिया में हलचल मचा दी है, वो है यूपीआई, भारत का डिजिटल पेमेंट सिस्टम। ये सिर्फ एक ऐप नहीं है, ये पॉलिसी, प्रोसेस और डिलीवरी के एक शानदार कन्वर्जेंस का प्रमाण है।
Prime Minister Modi also looked beyond India's borders. Major free trade agreements were signed with the United Kingdom, the UAE, Australia and New Zealand. These deals have opened new markets for Indian products and created fresh opportunities for farmers, artisans and small businesses across the country. Under Prime Minister Modi's vision, India's space program touched new heights. With Chandrayaan 3, India became the first country to land near the lunar South Pole. What began as a distant dream has today become a source of national pride, with Gaganyaan preparing to carry Indian astronauts into space. Several states have now implemented the Uniform Civil Code, taking a decisive step towards gender justice. For the first time, women across communities are being assured equal rights in matters of marriage, divorce and inheritance, a long-awaited move towards true equality.
हमें याद रखना है कि भारत के संविधान में भी नागरिकों के समान अधिकार की बात कही गई है।
These were not just 12 decisions. They were 12 defining moments in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's 12-year journey of governance. Moments that gave dignity to the marginalized, security to the nation, and hope to millions of Indians. 12 years, 12 game changers, one enduring vision of a strong, inclusive and developed Bharat.
But 12 years into Prime Minister Modi's tenure, India's rise on the global stage is impossible to ignore. From BRICS to Quad to SCO and G20, India has emerged as a key voice in reshaping the global conversations. Take a look at this special report.
Over the last 12 years, India's place in the world has changed dramatically. What was once seen as a rising power on the margins is now increasingly at the center of a global conversation. At the heart of this transformation stands Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Modi has driven a fundamental shift in India's foreign policy. Right from a hesitant observer on the global stage, India has now emerged as a confident influencer. Over the years, its stature has grown significantly. Today, India no longer merely reacts to global events, it increasingly shapes them. From multilateral summits to bilateral engagements, Prime Minister Modi has placed India at the table where decisions are made. Whether it is the G20, BRICS, Quad or the SCO, India's voice carries weight and often sets the tone. In an era of deepening divisions, Modi has emerged as a leader who can engage across fault lines. He has maintained strong partnerships with major powers while staying true to India's independent foreign policy. This ability to build bridges with other nations that they still struggle has made India now a preferred partner for many countries. Prime Minister Modi has addressed 19 foreign parliaments, including the US Congress twice, which is a rare honor. He has been conferred with the highest civilian awards by 32 countries across continents. And these are not just personal honors, they reflect the world's growing respect for India's leadership and vision. From co-founding the International Solar Alliance to successfully hosting the G20 summit with the theme of One Earth, One Family, One Future, every initiative has carried the imprint of India first. International magazines have repeatedly recognized him among the world's most influential leaders. And today, when the world looks at India, it sees not just the largest democracy, but a confident nation that is shaping global conversations.